Hey guys, I was just singing Tina Turner to Rick.
It was ugly.
Respect song.
It was as bad as you can imagine.
Hey, it's TJ and Rick Magee, and we wanted to do another video on the KOZ TV show, and Rick is the star of the KOZ TV show.
Right.
Autographs soon to come. We this month is, I mean, it's almost like you're waiting for the spawn of bass season, but it's deer season. It's deer season. And a lot of us wait all year long just to deer season. I mean, we think about it, we read about it, we buy stuff, and hide it in the closet. Do you buy stuff and hide it in the closet?
Is this confession?
Do you tell your wife every time you buy a piece of gear?
So are we going to talk about this month's curriculum, or I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
In case she sees it.
But I do have a new knife.
And I've got some camo.
So this month, deer season, and there's so many different things you can do. One of the classics is find somebody with a fresh dead deer and bring it to your KOZ Saturday and teach the boys from as much of it as you can, from gutting it to skinning it to packaging it up to grinding it, or take some of it, put some dry rub on it, and throw that on the grill.
Wrap it in bacon. Always a winner. We had one church in Kentucky one time that they didn't get a deer that morning, so they went to the slaughterhouse and bought a pig.
That's right.
And they demonstrated.
No, that was the guys in Canada. The guys in Canada.
They did that as well, yes.
So the guys
in Kentucky did it as well.
No kidding.
And so that's a great idea. You got your back, have that set up and ready, and if you need to go pay, I don't know what those things cost at the slaughterhouse, but
what does it matter? You can probably get some bacon out of that one.
Yeah, it's going to be some good eating. That's right. But there's a lot of things you can do if you don't have that as a resource. You can show the boys how to put up a stand and how to put up a blind, or take them to some of your deer woods that you're not going to hunt that morning, and
show them rubs and tracks.
And it's November, so some of you guys are getting some scrapes on the ground. And so you can really talk about this whole life cycle of a deer and the rutting season and breeding and what all's going on with that and the fawns that come off.
You could go to one of the retailers if you didn't have an outdoor activity that was just really going to take up your whole Saturday. You could go to one of the retailers and show them all the different types of stands and pop-up blinds and all the different deer rifles and cartridges, and or you could probably just get stuff out of your house and bring it over there and show it to them, right?
But a gunsmith to talk about the guns they use,
so many things.
A game warden, they're busy this time of the year.
Yes,
but they love talking to kids. If you've got one that's available, a game warden, a taxidermist. Watching a taxidermist take in a deer, process the skin out, talk about the forms. You get the right guys. They love that.
You go to a meat market of where a processor, and they'll have them hanging there, and just get to know those guys, and they may help you out when you guys have some that the boys shoot if you take the boys out. And that is something else too. One of the things that we only call you out to do your Saturday with excellence. Saturday with excellence is the foundation of KOZ. But man, if you can get some of your older boys that you're really trying to keep in the process engaged in KOZ, man, if you could peel a couple of them off and some of you guys take them for a deer kill, take them hunting. That's super good.
Well, and you get in those settings, it's kind of like going to deer camp, and so you get that lunch where you can sit across from a boy, or a group of men can sit across from a few boys and talk about some weightier matters. Sometimes these boys that are 15, 16, they're going through things that an 8-year-old are not going through.
Yeah.
And so you can have a conversation. You can have a conversation you can't have with everybody in the room. So keep those older boys engaged. Keep pushing into them in these special outings if you guys have the bandwidth to do it.
This month the virtue is respect. And what an important one. One of the things that we thought about was, first, respect. If they harvest an animal, what does that look like? They took the life of an animal, and yes, we know God structured it that way for us to harvest these animals and eat them, but respect it. Pay attention to the weight of taking that animal's life and what that means.
Some great takeaways for that too are to have respect for the game warden. If you did pull that game warden in, make sure that they understand that's an authority figure, and talk to them about the authority figures in their lives. And the great takeaways at the end, push in at the end with the points of hey, this week, what can you do to raise your respect level for your mom, for your dad, a teacher or a coach? Respect's not one of those things that's conditional. Like, if he respects me, I'll respect him back. We're called to respect our authorities no matter what. And so
even if we don't agree with them, even if we're not, and you'll get a lot of boys today that they have no idea about that. It's like, you don't like me, you don't respect me, you're not getting it back.
Right.
And that is not biblical.
And it's coming from some hurt places a lot of times.
So, let's go. Let's look at it for what it really is and where it really comes from.
So you might get those moments where you peel somebody off and really talk through why. Why do you think you can't? Or that's hard. So engage those conversations. I love what TJ's always said is, watch that boy that peels off by himself. Go look for those conversations that can just move the needle in their life of walking closer to Jesus, showing them who he is as you walk it out yourself.
And they just desperately want to be with you. They're going to test you because they want to know that you're not walking on them, that you're really there for them. And man, and then you are earning the authority to have these kind of conversations with them. It's
powerful. Absolutely.
It's good. You may be the only man in that kid's life that really listens and loves on him.
Right.
There's a lot of guys out there, a lot of stepdads or boyfriends or, teachers or whatever that are just communicating at them, but not listening to them and loving on them and caring about them. And, and so they may not understand it, but push into it. And they're your boys.
That's right.
They're your KOZ boys. So love on them well. And it's deer season. Time to get out in the woods.
Be sure to have a good time. Have a good time.
Joy.
That's right.
All right. God bless. Regulators.
Mount up.